Enterprise Cars OBM hold that trophy. They beat NGATAPA for the Calm Farland Memorial Cup of Week 5 back on the 4th of May. That was in the first round. Our teams today, game being hosted by Lasso and NGATAPA, founded in 1946. Last won the Lee Brothers Shield in 2013. Beat YMP 22-8 for that. A magnificent occasion. So first things first, the NGATAPA team. Campbell Crisp, Ihaya Kerr, Sam Hudson, Jack Twigley, captain of the side, Flynn Burke, Hamish Crisp, James Law, Siopi Buchanan, who was the MVP for NGATAPA in week 6, Angus McKenzie, Keela Wonga, Nathan Kerr, Anthony Karodia, co-captain of the team with Carl McPherson, so many years ago now, Fasiloti, Sterling McKelvey on the wing, and Joali Agoniliwa. So that's Lasso and NGATAPA. Under this season, for the first time as a head coach, Sione Ngatu, one of their great players, one of the union's most highly regarded representatives. Wonderful guy, Sione Ngatu. Enterprise Cars OBM under the dream team this year, Dylan Dolman Tuho, with the assistance of Carl Reaney. Now, I've got to beg your indulgence here and your patience with the pronunciation of some of our players' names. They're lovely names, but of course we have a lot of work to do in that area. Lance Dixon, number 1. Ricky Terekia, the captain, the hooker. Ratu Naroba, Jordan Kingi, Tane Siruwanga, Solomoni Rosari, Chokatama Siwa. At number 8, Justin Allen, who's been very good in the last month. Benito Barry, Cody Christie, Oscar Tikusidre, Ali Polo, Navatalai, Bisi Nevalu, Kairos, Brooking McClutchy, Reef Tan, Brown, Tedekia. So that's the OBM team. Now, Paddy's Park is well grassed today. It's very cool. There is a wind up. These are two of the great clubs in Poverty Bay Rugby in this week 2 of phase 2 Civil Project Solutions Premier Rugby for 2024. I love the atmosphere out here. They treat us like royalty. They're great hosts and we enjoy our time out here at Paddy's Park. Excellent hosts, NGATAPA. Of course, the patron of NGATAPA is the patron of the Poverty Bay Rugby Football Union and of the New Zealand Rugby Union, the mighty Ian Kirkpatrick, man of the land, fantastic All Black 666 from memory. Now we have some other scores we can update you on. Gisborne Boys High School in the Super 8 today, away to Rotorua, and a valiant effort by Gisborne Boys. Rotorua, they seized the day at 12-10. Gisborne Boys had lead 3-0 at halftime. Hastings Boys High School pipped it home by Napier. Napier 28-27. Napier led, if it's to be believed, here 21-3 at half time. Tauranga Boys College 48-17, too strong for New Plymouth Boys High School. Tauranga at home led by 29 points to 12. Last on NGATAPA. On the field now with Wairoa-based referee Matt Smith. Matt Smith, it's a long trip. Come here and do the prems. Come here and do, of course, Last on NGATAPA and Enterprise Cars OBM. There's a bit happening in local rugby at the moment. So playing his 100th game today for high school old boys will be William Kavai, another guy who is held in the highest regard by players, not just in his own team, but by different clubs. He's a good sort. Now, NGATAPA's reserves, as they present here, Zach Pell, Leon Kerr, Samisia Kana, a legend, Jack Fuller, Johnny Miller, who was their MVP in week 3 for NGATAPA, Archie Harding, Tiny White, opening day 2024, magnificent try, he scored. A penalty try, then Ben Johnson try, then Archie a try, then Aquila a try, James Law a try, Ruapani a try. Every man and his dog going in, if you'll excuse the expression, for NGATAPA that day. 40 points to 0 winners that day. Going to enjoy our rugby out here this afternoon. Two of the great teams, Lasso and NGATAPA, home team. I love them. They got big hats. They got rosy red cheeks. They're neat people. And it's a privilege to be here. Enterprise Cars OBM, under their hooker, Ricky Te Tairāwhiti, 2 tries against Tyson Lobwers a little while ago, and he played very, very well that day. Justin Allen, a player to watch for, 3 weeks ago scored a magnificent try 11 minutes in to the game against Pirates, and we thought that that was one of the best games he's played for a long time. Matt Smith in the middle. NGATAPA, as you said, we're on the grandstand side here, out here at Paddy's Park. The place is named Paddy's Park, affectionately named Paddy's Park, for the late Paddy Wanklin. Did so much for the club and for rugby. NGATAPA to kick off. Akila Wonga. OBM from left to right, the red, white and blue, and NGATAPA, I love it, from right to left. NGATAPA to kick off, so they'll set the tone. Watch for OBM's big boards to bring the ball back strongly on the hoof. This is a place that's alive, it's a buzz, and it's one of the highlights of the season to come out here. Wonga there with a high restart. Jordan Kingy, the ball hasn't travelled requisite 10 metres. Matt Smith, one of the things about a high arcing kickoff, kicking into the wind, put a bit more behind it. OBM's halfback is Benito Barry. So that little blip at the start for NGATAPA. Got to seize the day out here. Got to play well to beat NGATAPA out here. Always been tough up front, NGATAPA. Pride themselves on their forward play. Pride themselves on it. You know, Barry being scrutinised by Angus McKenzie. Remember the halfbacks, the laws in that regard. It's changed these days. You can't go past the tunnel. It's on the bulky figure of Campbell Crisp, legendary prop forward, former captain, strong man. OBM scrum. For that kickoff not travelling the 10 metres. Benito Barry, scrum penalty. So the first penalty goes the way of OBM. Now this, bear in mind, is at halfway, so it's a line kick surely, yes. Fullback is Reef Tan Brown Tedekea, who was OBM's most valuable player in week 6, wearing their premier jersey number 15. So OBM find good touch. And you have to be accurate on a day like this. You certainly have to be accurate when you're the away team. You're playing away from home. You've got to elevate your play. OBM retain the throw. Ricky Tedekea, these days a master hooker at club level. Setawonga is in the middle of the line out. Setawonga, those big hands up for it. Now the clearing pass from Barry is a good pass. OBM running strongly, but turn the ball over. And an obvious whistle there from referee Matt Smith. So, OBM have there made the first handling error of the day. Won their line out initially, and then on the crash, turned the ball over. Setawonga, imposing figure. I'll tell you, Setawonga imposing figure out there for OBM, but the most imposing figure of all, played in the Senior 1 game, Adrian Blitz, 6'10", tallest player in the country, a whopping 2.08 metres. A great man. NGATAPA ball in hand. It's a strong midfield from NGATAPA. Anthony Karodia and Hussey Loti. Second penalty of the day. Again, this is an OBM penalty. I love it out here. You got to jump up and down to stay warm, that's for sure. OBM with the first opportunity to score points. Kick at goal, and Reef Tan Brown Tedekea steps forward. For him, now is the hour. In terms of standings, Kahu Scaffolding Tapawai, 29 points. The Wairoa-based unbeaten Tapawai. East Coast Farm Bets YMP, 26 points. OBM, 20 points. GT Shearing Waikato, 17 points. High School Old Boys, 11. NGATAPA, 8. And Pirates, in that regard, yet to open their eyes. Reeftown Brown Te here. It would be a big thing. It would be big. Brown Te with the first shot, just to the left of the posts. Right foot kicker, round the corner, style kicker. Height on the kick. The ball will carry, yes, so 3-0. OBM draw first blood, they score the first points. They needed to start well, but don't forget really, in a sense that began with the error at the kickoff. Ball not travelling 10 metres, the scrum. And from there, OBM were awarded a penalty, then another penalty, and then scored the first points. They were thinking about making a play for the ball at the kickoff, but did not have to do that. Wonga goes long, that's natural. The first one was short, and OBM have the ball in hand. They lead 3-0. Week 2 of Phase 2 in 2024's Civil Project Solutions Premier Rugby out here at Paddy's Park, Patatahi. That's the strongman Sam Hudson. So the third penalty, an OBM penalty again, Hudson ball in hand. He had the honour to lead NGATAPA from memory out here against OBM in the first round. Now, I don't doubt that he's got definite leadership ability. And OBM have now, they haven't found touch. NGATAPA have the ball, and wow, that's a long distance call there from referee Smith. He trusts his judgment in that instance. I know the ball went down. I wonder whether or not it went forward. You certainly can't tell from here. I was in a line similar to that of referee Smith when he made the call. So now the second scrum of the match. OBM, of course, won the first scrum. This is their first really on attack. So OBM for the first time, setting their scrum inside the 22. The clearer from Barry. And Cody Christie outside him, and Cody Christie's played very well lately. NGATAPA now having to tackle. Most of the game, well, all of the game really. That's Dixon got a pass away. And OBM for the first try. And that looked to be Solomone Rosari over there in the corner. Bit tough from my vantage point down here on the sideline. But OBM with the first try. So, to 8-0 with that. Remember, they kicked the penalty goal. That try there, scored in the corner. Looked to be Rosari, but it's tough to tell from here. Our ground stewards, our assistant referees do the best job they can with the public.
I can see everything.
As a matter of fact, given to me there, in 8, that's most certainly not Justin Allen. Justin was supposed to be wearing 8, but certainly not Justin. OBM up by 8 points. Score at the moment 8-0. Lance Tedekia down there, talking to the OBM lads. Ricky Tedekia, captain with a good throw to the first line out. Ricky Tedekia required, hold the ball in place. Remember, 8-0, the penalty and the try. Reef time, Brown Tedekia, this is asking a lot. You'd be almost expecting too much. Here is Reef time, Brown Tedekia, got to really give it something. Goes hard, Tedekia. Tough one for a right footer. So still 8-0. OBM with the penalty goal and the early try. So pushing down that blind side to good effect, the visitors. Some great games today. High School Old Boys, Viliami Kavai, 100th game for his club. Congratulations to him on that. It was neat to see Jimmy Law recognised the last time we were out here, achieved a milestone. And here now is Justin Allen, the unmistakable figure of Justin Allen. Encounters a good shoulder shot there. That Kerr, good solid shoulder. Hit him hard. No matter how big you are, there's always somebody bigger. Good solid shoulder shot there into Justin Allen. Jordan Kingy, that's Justin, getting the pass away. Okay, ball bouncing into touch. But they're looking to use the width of the field. Hands up who enjoyed that last tackle. I loved it. Ehire and Justin, that was good fun. That was good fun. Now Twigley, Law. Okay, nice save. That is good stuff. That was the captain there with a good grab at the line out. NGATAPA still have the ball just over halfway. Trailing by 8 points. Is that Twigley there? Gets over halfway. See that shimmy? Oh, you see that little shimmy there from Twigley. Then they lost the ball forward. I love that little shimmy I saw from the captain. 8-0. Tani Siruwanga. Broad smile. That's Tidikira adjusting himself. Call that a top knot. Great rugby, 8-0. I want to see NGATAPA's first rolling maul. Okay. Be a good keen contest at the scrum. Good scrum from NGATAPA. OBM have the ball to clear. Barry on the boot there of Cody Christie. Long bounce, but the ball is going to go way too far. Going to go dead. So sometimes you try things, sometimes they come off, and sometimes they don't. NGATAPA saw an opportunity at the kickoff initially to get the ball back. So to go with a high kickoff wasn't a bad idea. It's just that you've got to be so accurate, of course, to make that work. There, Christie, with the wind. Ball carried a long way. Angus McKenzie. Some players in good form. Fullback Joeli. Agonoliwa. Their MVP on Tiny White opening day. What a huge honour. Play for the Green and Whites and be their MVP on opening day. Korodia, known affectionately as Fatty. So Korodia, they're over halfway. NGATAPA ball in hand. Wonga pushes. OBM having to come up with some tackles now. And NGATAPA with the ball in hand, a different side. NGATAPA wait to clear. McKenzie. Their forwards are creative as well as powerful. NGATAPA playing under advantage. They trail at the moment by 8 points. Twigley has it. Captain there. Strong man. Big guy. Big guy. NGATAPA. More thumping tackles. Look to be Hudson, I think. Sun really bursting through the clouds here. Justin Allen making the tackle there on Twigley. Oh dear. Good with the ball in hand. Good man to have, handy man to have. Ball goes loose. NGATAPA, they were playing under advantage. NGATAPA are awarded their first penalty. And in terms of field position, this is certainly kickable. Now, there are some very good backs to watch out for in this NGATAPA side today. One of them on the right wing, Sterling McKelvey, who is incredibly quick off the mark. I can't wait to see him run with the ball later on. But for the moment, it's down the middle. That suits NGATAPA just fine. Here's Wong up to look for touch. You wait till you see McKelvey run later on. Real uproar here in the club rooms. These people are happy. They love their rugby. They work hell of a hard all week. Good to throw. Twigley with a first win at the line out for him. And another great win. So Kerr coming around. to the right. Ngātapa's forward. Sam Hudson has been a tower of strength. He's having a very good season, as I said before. They don't lack industry. Here's the yeomanry here of Ngātapa on full display. They play well at home. That Hudson again, wow, they hit him everywhere. Hard man to hit, hard man to put down. Ngātapa still with the ball in hand, making progress, short steps, granny steps, but ever closer. Ngātapa draw ever closer. Remember at the moment down by 8 points. Ngātapa, Ihaya Kerr. Broad back of Ihaya Kerr. Ngātapa, is that a try? Matt Smith says that they're held up. Well, now what's that? Okay, it's they were held up there and a penalty award there to Ngātapa. Only their second. OBM lead the penalty count 3-2. Pushing very hard here at the moment, Ngātapa. First time they've had a crack at OBM. That's Lance Tetakia bouncing around, middle of the ground. Still well inside his own 22. OBM pushing on the left. That's Ricky Tetakia, prince of the tap and go. Tetakia brought down, left side of the ground. OBM up by 8 points. Score at the moment 8-0. Tell you what, the rugby's what we're all here for, but these people, oh, it's Jordan Kingy on the run. Brought down 5 metres short of halfway. OBM still have the ball, but they lost the ball forward. So Ngātapa there, a very good sign for Ngātapa, recovering in defence. Recovering in defence. Saw Lance Dixon make a good run initially. Jordan Kingy carrying the ball well. And these big forwards these days, even the bigger men, very skillful in the modern game. 8-0. See Karodia score a try at home, that'd be something. Centre partner Logie, another lively player. Enjoyable players to watch. Ngātapa, no problems at scrum time. Going back for it there, back on Aliwa. Strong effort from Nathan Kerr. Nathan Kerr to ground. Nice clearing pass from McKenzie. Good passer of the ball. Ngātapa, round about 9 metres over halfway. Trailing by 8 points at the moment. Good run there. Karodia playing well. Karodia, a real fan favourite here out at Ngātapa. Good stuff by Ngātapa. Still 8-0. Nice pass there again to Karodia. That was Kerr there. Ball went down. Under advantage there, Ngātapa. And the penalty count is now evened up. It is with that 3 apiece. Some big men huffing and puffing out there. Hey, you don't want to be huffing and puffing at this stage. We've only just started. But 8-0. Sam Hudson is not an easy guy to bring down. Big prop at the front for Ngātapa, tall guy too for a prop. Might be 6'2". Where's Twigley? Won them their first line-out ball of the day, Ngātapa. Twigley, who wears jersey number 4. It is Twigley again, intended for him. Okay, Ngātapa have the ball through the hands of Twigley. OBM might have got fingertips to the ball. Knock on. That's the correct ruling by referee Smith. OBM did get fingers to it. It should be Ngātapa scrum ball, and it is. Matt Smith's boy, also a referee. Enjoyed seeing the father and son pairing a few years ago now. Keelan, I think. So, McKenzie fed the scrum. McKenzie sending his people right. Karodia. That's a very good effort in the midfield by Karodia for Ngātapa. Ball went down there. A few handling errors starting to creep into the game. The ball is not going forward every time it goes down, but it's going down probably more often than it should. Play continues. It's a little scrappy at the start of NGATAPA OBM. Game being played for the Graham Allen Memorial. Of course, earlier in the year, they played for the Carl McFarlane Memorial Cup. OBM defending that out here. NGATAPA for the first time. It's McKelvey, whips it away. Strong tackle there by Ricky Tedekea. He's a very physical player. He's a very fair, clean player, but he's hard. Oh boy, is he hard. NGATAPA with a chance to run, and now they've lost the ball forward here. Both these teams trying to get some sort of rhythm going, but at the moment, it's the handling. This here is very kickable, and NGATAPA would be well advised to take the shot. Trailing at the moment by 8 points. Penalty award by referee Smith. Yeah, the hard cases over there yelling at the lads to tap it, but well, it looks as if they are going to opt for the scrum here. Man, that's interesting. The game has changed, I'm telling you. Decade ago, certainly 2 decades ago, you got awarded a penalty in that position. You kicked for goal. Mind you, to be fair there again to NGATAPA, they're playing into the wind here in the first half. Certainly, being out here at NGATAPA, you don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. Nice break, that's Piakana, who's a talent. Working very hard here in NGATAPA, their first try, and that try for 8-5. 8-5, OBM leading the game, but the first NGATAPA try, they made the right decision. They made the correct decision. Eat humble pie on that. They decided to tap. Good scrum. Push to the right. And they scored. So NGATAPA with their firepower. 8 points to 5. No surprise, though, that try came from a very good set scrum from NGATAPA. It's where it all starts. Either a scrum, a line out, a tap, kick restart. Well, that's very good rugby. Aggressive rugby, as I said. I expected them to take the shot at goal. Now, 8-5 with a conversion. They trail by a point only. Wonderful servants of the game out here. Johnny Ingram, manager. The water, I think, for the lads. Wonga. So at the moment, 8-5, and this would be 8-7 if he's successful. That's if. So into the wind, trying to get it to swing back. Okay, that's a tough one. So the score stays 8-5. NGATAPA with a try, OBM with a try. NGATAPA around about 15 metres in from the right corner. In that instance, an OBM scoring in the right corner down a narrow blindside channel. First points of the game. This is going to be a good game of rugby. It looks as if it could be an even game of rugby all the way through. Mind you, hey, we've only just started. 8 points to 5, 3-point game. Great atmosphere out here. Well, that kick, I'll tell you what, if the first kick didn't go 10 metres, that one certainly didn't go 10 metres. That one went more like 6 metres. Okay, so the restart there. With the wind behind, mind you, to be fair there again, the wind died down just for a moment. The ball didn't carry very far. 8 points to 5, 2 tries. OBM penalty. Scored the first points of the game. Brief time, Brown Tedekea. OBM's Barry keeping an eye on McKenzie. McKenzie, though, the scrum is good. Scrum possession here for NGATAPA. Scorers of the last try. They may have forced a turnover here. In fact, they have. Brown Tedekea. Whistle from referee Smith. So our scrum count at the moment is 3-2. NGATAPA doing well too, and wisely to hit back almost immediately after OBM scored the opening try. and stay behind for too long. NGATAPA, good scrum in defence. That's our Christie holding the ball. They have guys who can run and run strongly. Certainly do. Ali Polo. He's but one. OBM carrying the ball powerfully. Losing the ball forward. Now NGATAPA have it. Some tough tackles. Hard but fair. Great body position there. Superb rugby by Karoria. Getting over the top of the ball. That's a powerful carry. You saw there, Flynn Burke came up hard. I love his attitude. He's a tough guy. He's a Western sheriff out here at NGATAPA. And he didn't complain about it. He got up and carried on. Go Flynn Burke. Good stuff here from NGATAPA. They must still have advantage, obviously. Well, obviously, yes, of course. You know what I love about Flynn Burke there? Yes, he was hit hard. The crowd wasn't happy. But he didn't say anything about it. He just got up and played rugby. And to me, that matters. Didn't whinge. He's a good man. You got to trust to the referee to do the right thing, which he did, obviously. 8 points to 5. 2 tries. Try apiece. No, I think that's excellent from Flynn Burke. In the modern game, there are too many guys that get up yelling at the referee, crying and whinging for a penalty. He didn't do it. He just got up and went again. That's what this game's all about. Iaka to make the throw. Where's Twigley? Twigley's been good at the line out. So is Burke. Okay. Loose ball. NGATAPA have it again. So they're winning a wealth of ball now. Another whistle here from referee Smith. We have guys down. We have a couple of guys down, and they don't look flash. It's a bit hard to tell who those players are from this distance. Scores 8-5, 3-point game, and a good game of rugby. Obviously, this is quite serious, quite a serious situation here with Johnny Ingram out there to take care of the NGATAPA player who's down injured. Obviously, there's some concern being shown for those guys. It's hard rugby. It's a hard old life here. It's a wonderful life, but it's tough. And at the moment, it is 8 points to 5. 3-point game. We're about to get into the. This is the first stoppage that we've had. Score at the moment 8-5. Now, just to run through some of our results to hand. Senior 1 competition, 43-19 to Wairoa Athletic. Charterist Choppers Wairoa Athletic. The victors out here at Paddy's Park. Over Harvest Transport Matawhero NGATAPA. And that was a good game of rugby. It was 19-14 at halftime. Now, the other two results, so we're told, in Senior 1 rugby, I haven't had this verified, but I've been told that both of those games were defaulted. Nuhaka beat Harota, so we're told by default. Tapawai beating the YMP Bumbles by default. These teams, Senior 1 teams, Premier teams, they work very hard to get not just 15, but obviously 20 to 22 guys out every weekend, and sometimes despite their best efforts. If the question is ever asked, why aren't we made aware of this earlier, I'll tell you why. It's because the coaches, managers, etc. do everything that they possibly can until the last minute when it becomes impossible, and then, of course, unfortunately, they have to say we can't do it. It would be very easy to pull the pin midway through the week, but they don't want to do that. They want to play rugby, which is commendable. 8-5, a 3-point game. NGATAPA doing well at the scrum here. Pass by Wonga. Able to use some pretty good Oti. He's a strong guy with the ball in hand. Another tough tackle. OBM and NGATAPA has been feisty so far. And at the moment, 8-5, 3-point game. Campbell Crisp, keep an eye on things. OBM with a boot to ball. Previous long kick, actually, the ball rolled dead. That was much earlier in the game, under advantage. NGATAPA now lead the penalty count 5-3, whereas I think, from memory, certainly the first two penalties were awarded to OBM. That's got nothing to do with fairness. That's the way the possession. It doesn't say anything about whether or not those were good awards. Matt Smith is a pretty quiet guy, loves his rugby. Try to let them play as much rugby as possible. I think it was Twigley, and he is a tower of power in the middle of the line out. Wow, aren't they strong, NGATAPA? Yes, and a try has been awarded. Magnificent stuff. Bit tough to pick. Hamish Crisp there, the blindside flanker. Now, Crisp was their most valuable player in week 8. He has had a good season. Many players have played good rugby this season, and he done well there. So now, for their first lead in the game, NGATAPA now lead by 10 points to 8. OBM drew first blood with the penalty. Then they scored a try. Then NGATAPA scored, and now NGATAPA have scored again. So for the first time they lead is 2 points. Wonga could make it 12-8. He could. Kicking into the wind. Blusted up from time to time. So 10-8 NGATAPA at the moment. Heard a real whoop of delight from the club rooms a moment ago. 10-8. It looks to be there. Okay, they've waved it away. Look to be there. 10-8. NGATAPA 2 tries. So the line is raw. Jack Twigley. Tremendous club man. Got up one line out, ball behind him. Campbell Crisp, like two little peas in a pod. 2 iconic forwards for Lasso and NGATAPA. Saw the youngsters out here this morning. They're players of the future. Young Jack Roberts scored a try. Might have scored more than one, Jack. I don't know. But at the moment, 10-8. 3 tries in the game. It's been a fast game of rugby. 1 or 2 handling errors, but nobody's perfect. That's a long restart. That's what you call a long restart. Okay, and it's gone dead. Now that, from memory, is the second kick that's just rolled dead. You've got the wind behind you. Halfway the scrum, Lance Dixon first there. Ratu Naroba alongside him. Look at Ratu Naroba. Now Dixon's a big guy, but Naroba makes him look almost small. Wow! Look at that, Ratu Naroba. She was Ratu Naroba. Big prop. Matt Smith. 10-8. Benito Barry. OBM halfback. Strong stuff here. NGATAPA. Round about 5 over halfway. Pushing left. Hudson has it. Good pass there to Wihaka. Hudson to Kerr. The colossal connection. Here's Kerr. Good hard stuff. Good tackle there from Jordan King. NGATAPA running well here. Hudson again. Hudson again. Down the middle. Hudson again. To ground. Fell over. Wonga. Setting it right. So with some invention, that looks to be Law. That was Loti for a moment. McKelvey, tell you what, these are some big guys out there. When you're lighter, you got to be faster, you got to be smart, you got to play smart. This is wonderful. That's a Wonga there, stepping through traffic in the middle of the ground. His team up by 2 points. Campbell Crisp with a settling run. He'll settle it down. Here's Loti. Loti there took a solid shot. He took the best OBM had to offer and bounced right back. NGATAPA over there on the right. Remember, that's where they scored their first try. Now they're in touch. Penalty count now as we have it is 6-3. So OBM on the back foot in the last little while. What both teams need is to settle their play a little. And OBM, of course, even with the wind behind them, don't want to be kicking the ball dead. NGATAPA's line out has been very good. Iaya Kerr has thrown the ball well. Found Twigley, hit the mark. I love that by Flynn Burke earlier, the big run we saw from Flynn Burke. Kerr. Okay, now OBM have won a line out against the throw, and that is the first line out that they've won against the throw. First line out anyone's won against the throw. Is that Cody there? Okay, McKelvey now. Lightning quick. These guys, these backs are clever, they have to be, but they've turned the ball over. That was a set of Wonga. It's a not over. Brought down by Loti. I love that tackle. Rounded him up. Okay, and Benito Barry there. Knocking the ball on. You know, I think that referee Matt Smith has had a pretty good game so far. He hasn't missed those basic, those basic errors. Obviously, that was a knock on from Benito Barry. He was disappointed. And for a referee as well as for players, you start well, you have a good game, it gives you confidence to go forward, go on. Angus McKenzie, Wonga too, showing that he could put a step on earlier. It's on McKenzie. And I'll tell you what, he's sharp. Oh, Matt Smith is sharp. He doesn't miss a thing. He got Benito Barry for that knock on a moment ago. And now he's picked up McKenzie. The eagle eye of Matt Smith. Quickest gun in the West at NGATAPA. If you hesitate on a call like that, you're lost as a referee. Good stuff, Matt Smith. Quick to bang him up. Justin Allen is playing number 8, but he's not wearing 8. For OBM, how about that by Matt Smith? Good scrum here from NGATAPA. Big push. Big push from the green and whites. OBM under scrum pressure. A big push there. That's Iaya. That's Hudson. That's Campbell Crisp. The engine room with Twigley, Burke, Crisp, Law, Pierre Carter. Say their names with reverent pride. Big push there from the NGATAPA 8. They're famous for their rolling ball and that scrum. And the line out has been very good too early on from NGATAPA. OBM, you got to hang tough, you got to hang loose. Ratu Naroba. Massive figure of Ratu Naroba. Been a real asset to OBM this season. Tell you what, there are some big people out there for both these teams. Man. Matt Smith. Remember where he made the mark? Lance Dixon. With Ricky Tedekia. 2 cunning warriors. Cunning front row forwards. What a big push from the home team at that last scrum. That was something else. Really was. Front rows are nice and tight. Inseparable. Chris, Kerr, and Hudson. Hudson has come a long way too, to be honest. Premier level in the last couple of years. Man, has he stepped up or what? Another big scrum. OBM. It's Allen getting away on the left. OBM with ball in hand. If this is going to be Christie, you don't want to kick it out on the full. Okay, and unfortunate, we've had 2 kicks that have took twice the ball has rolled dead. And now a kick out on the full over the far sideline. And that's the reason, one of the reasons that NGATAPA has had much better field position in the last 10 minutes. And they've had they've gone through a purple patch in the last 10 minutes, NGATAPA. Their scrum has worked well. Got a couple of tries, up 10-8. Big win out here. Last meeting between these teams. Throw is ruled not to have been straight. Now this is fast becoming a proving ground, the scrum. OBM have a good front row and certainly are justifiably proud of their forwards. At the moment, NGATAPA are asking the question. This is a key contest in the game now, the scrum. The home team is putting pressure on the visitors at the scrum. OBM have their own scrum ball. So a 4-4 for scrums. OBM, have they turned the ball over? No, they have the ball back. Okay, now penalty here. Penalty award by referee Smith. OBM's Takiko Vikasi. He's wearing the 18, not releasing the ball. NGATAPA now lead the penalty count 7-4. That just helps them to maintain good field position. Helps them to start to get some continuity in their play. You can do that when you've got the ball. Iai Kerr, on this windy day, going to try and find Twigley. It is Twigley. He's the intended target. Ball goes loose, and Wonga has it. Skipped away from an OBM tackler, would-be tackler. That was Vikasi, I think. Working hard over there on that right side of the ground. And that's where NGATAPA have looked very dangerous. NGATAPA at the moment lead by 2 points. Scores 10-8. Scores 10-8. That's Hudson setting. Yeah, Miss Hudson. Hudson to ground. Got to go left. So Iai Kerr has it. Freed the ball up for a Twigley. Twigley might have fallen awkwardly there. Almost looked as if he'd fallen the wrong way. Nice pass, McKenzie. Hudson with a number of carries is getting through. A lot of work. Obviously doing his core role well. Their scrum has been very strong. Loti there with a powerful burst. NGATAPA are playing good rugby. Is that Campbell? It looked like Campbell Crisp there for a minute. Loti there. Looks like a lion there in the sun. Here's NGATAPA trying to keep the ball alive. Moment 10-8. And Forest of Arms and legs and advantage there. Now in favour of OBM by referee Smith. OBM with an opportunity to run. It's 10-8 at the moment. And OBM have lost the ball. Guy wasn't held. Got up, went again. Which is a fine. 3 metres over halfway now. 3 metres into NGATAPA territory. Jordan Kingy there. Iai Kerr. He's having a good game. Big guy Iai Kerr has made a couple of big tackles. Iai Kerr with a big shot earlier on Justin Allen. And now a big shot there on Jordan Kingy. Big guy Iai Kerr. Tremendous tackle. A couple of good ones in half-time. 10 points to 8. Finishes on the note for NGATAPA, the high note of Iai Kerr. Lined his man up. Went straight after him. Wow, 10-8. Here in week 2, phase 2, 2024, or rather 2024 Civil Project Solutions Premier Rugby. out here at Paddy's Park in Paratahi, 10 points to 8, NGATAPA. Hey, how are you? How you going up there, Val? All good? Coming through? Well, half-time out here at Paddy's Park. 10-8 NGATAPA. Scored 2 very good tries and put on a couple of big hits too. He in that first half. 10-8. After OBM had kicked the penalty and scored the opening try. So 10 points to 8 now NGATAPA. Larson NGATAPA. Well supported by John Larson. A man who does a ton for rugby. Not just NGATAPA, but across the board. Reef Town Brown Te Tairāwhiti, kicker of the first penalty goal. Matt Smith. Time on from Matt Smith. So these guys, if they want to go on, they can do it. Strong start from NGATAPA. Some guys missing jersey numbers. OBM have it off a turnover. I saw the arm go up before for advantage. Still playing under advantage. OBM have the ball under advantage. Trailed by 2 points. First meeting of these teams this season, 33-12. OBM over NGATAPA for the Carl McFarlane Memorial Cup. And here today, is it too early to say that they have one hand on the Graham Allen Memorial? OBM hold that, Enterprise Cars OBM. And on the day that they won that Carl McFarlane Memorial Cup, also the same day that YMP beat High School Old Boys 50-13 for the Richard Bruce Memorial. NGATAPA have the ball on the right side of the ground. 1 or 2 players becoming testy, probably needlessly so. First penalty of the second half. Goes the way of NGATAPA. Penalty count is now 8-5. Eight to 5. Zach Pelt about to throw the ball in. Sam Hudson at the front of the line out. There another ball on the field. Have to be removed. Well, that amazing skill here. See that there, the bicycle kick from Zach Pelt. I love it. That strange little kick, good kick. Throw the ball into play. Okay, nice one. That was Burke there. Now McKenzie has the ball, heads back into the forwards. Nice pass there from Hudson. Potential to play halfback. Good stuff there. NGATAPA over the top. McKenzie. Here now is Karoria. Honestly, Lauti touched the ball again. I thought he was good in the first half, Lauti. McKenzie, it's a low ball. NGATAPA don't need to become fractious in their play. Having a little fragmented. That was a line pass there from Wonga, I thought. Now they get a good bounce. Reef Town, Brown Te Tairāwhiti with a chance to open the game up, but you got to get away first. Bosca Tika Sidre scored a try against the coast. Picked up there, referee Smith. The guys running into each other. And I'll say it again, I think so far, I think referee Smith has had a good game. I think that's important. He has a good game, they have a good game. He has a bad game, they have bad game. Good rugby out there. I've seen McKelvey run once, man. You'll see it again in a minute. He can fly. Given to me in 20 is supposed to be Johnny Miller, who was their most valuable player in week 3. Ratu Naroba lumbers over to the scrum. Here, Ricky Te Tairāwhiti, guys wiping their furrowed brows. That's Jordan Kingy, one of OBM's great patriots, one of their hardest working players. Jordan Kingy. NGATAPA scrum. McKenzie down the blind side. Waited for the ball, never got it. It was Pukana. He went down the blind side, now McKenzie. Good, honest stuff. That was Hamish Crisp. Couple of times he's made challenge runs. That's Campbell Chris. He waited for them like a real rock, and they broke on the shore. So that was Campbell a moment ago. Solid shoulder shot there. A shot and a half. Buchanan and company working very, very hard in that corner. They're a patient team, NGATAPA. That's Hudson. Hudson once more. Hudson turning. Hudson almost to the goal line here. So NGATAPA pressing their rights on the goal line here. It's a 10-8 at the moment. Under advantage there, referee Smith. And that's good work too. Sometimes, you know what, you can forget that you're playing advantage if it runs on too long. 10-8. Really enjoyable day out here to see the youngsters, see their Senior 1 game. See NGATAPA give it their absolute best, and they did try hard. Wairau Athletic are a very good crowd. Lead the Senior 1 comp. Obviously, Tapawai, unbeaten Tapawai, lead the Premiers. NGATAPA scrum. Okay, over the head of Karodia. Nice pick up there by Loti. He did extraordinarily well to pick the ball up there. He's coming from left to right, and the ball bounced in front of him. NGATAPA, feisty NGATAPA, maintain control. I want to see Lauti. I'm a little greedy. I've seen him touch it twice. I want to see him touch it a third time. Now Ricky Tedekia down the sideline. And again, the dogged defensive NGATAPA, never say die attitude. OBM only down by 2 points, but certainly at the start of this, the second half, here on Rangaia, NGATAPA have made a lot of play. They've played a lot of rugby and a lot of good rugby. Seen good rugby from both teams. Justin Allen, Jordan Kingy have been strong with the ball in hand. Good win by Twigley at the line out. That's Wonga in for Crisp. Crisp there did well. Superb forward. Outstanding forward, Crisp. OBM there working a turnover at the ruck. That's good play as well by their forwards. They're trying hard. Kairos, Brookie McClutchy. OBM to clear for the safety of touch or chance their arm by running again. Okay, penalty, OBM, the penalty award there by Matt Smith. Penalty count now 8-6 on that. People talk a lot about the fairness of a penalty count. To be honest, what's much more important is the accuracy of the count. E.g. the accuracy of the decisions. So far, we've enjoyed everything that we've seen. That's Reeftown Brown Tedekia. I think he did exactly the right thing, kicking on that tight angle for touch. You get greedy, you try to chew off too many meters, all of a sudden you miss touch. Campbell Crisp takes a break. Campbell Crisp has played a very good game of rugby. He can be happy with that. Over the head of Twigley, one there by Setawonga. OBM, of course, retaining the throw on that penalty. OBM trailing by 2 points. OBM, the red, white, and blue. Another advantage here from referee Smith. He has played a lot of advantage today. And hasn't blown the whistle too quickly. Let these guys play. Might blow the whistle now, though, perhaps. No, holds on to it. Oh, Ratu not over! Run over by Ratu not over. Should be a T-shirt. Okay, OBM running hard here on the left. Now is Dixon. Dixon trying to get away from Hudson. Hudson clung on to Dixon, and he wouldn't let go. In his hip pocket. Netani Setawanga, the giant. There in the middle of the park, round about 11 metres into NGATAPA's half, trailing by 2. OBM trying to find a way through, but NGATAPA's defence has been tenacious. They haven't missed too many tackles. Neither side has really missed too many tackles, and they've all scrambled in defence. That's nice. Good work. And now coming down the sideline, Tika Sidre, and he's a finisher. Try there. Okay, Matt Smith in good position. And so the score becomes 13-10. So 13-10 now to OBM on that try. 13-10 out here at Paddy's Park. Wonderful players have plied their trade out here. Dr. Laurie Knight, of course. Mighty All Black. Ian Kirkpatrick, one of the mightiest of all Blacks. Reeftown Brown Tedikia, score 13-10. That's probably the only time in the game that OBM have had a real chance, their backs have had a chance to run the ball in down the sideline. Reeftown Brown Tedikia, score now 13-10, so OBM have the lead back. They scored the first points, they scored the first try. Then NGATAPA with 2 tries, now OBM with a try. Not quite tit for tat, but certainly both teams playing some exciting rugby. It is good rugby. This would make it 15-10. Okay, the assistant referees didn't really wave it away as such. They looked rather disinterested. So 13-10 on that last try. Matt Smith. Tell you what, referees like players, they know if they're having a good game or not, and he is. 13-10. NGATAPA really probed hard down that blind side in the right corner on this sideline. No OBM with a chance, make a break. Look at the staff out here, the hard-working staff, OBM staff. Restart, Wonga. Nice hands there from Brown Tedikia. Up for some big people. Here are those big people. Justin Allen. See his head go back for a minute, but he's fine. Wonga, some powerful carries now from these big forwards. These monsters in the front 8. For OBM, who now lead by 3. Halftime score, to remind you, there was 10-8 to NGATAPA. Was 10-8 to NGATAPA, now is 13-10 to OBM. Try of the second half. You know, the Munchkins over there adjusting the scoreboard. You guys have got to do the score today by doing some hot chips. 13-10. Country rugby. It's a spellbinding atmosphere. The setting for the game. This place, magnificent. It is as I said, it's a high point of the season to come out here. Mackenzie to clear. Where's Wonga? There's Wonga. Wonga has it. And that's Korodia. The tireless, hard-working Korodia. And a few words. Stuff. Some of these guys, they're not wearing the numbers they were assigned because Hudson was given 3 and 3 and he didn't wear 3. We got 3 running around out there. That's the way of the world. Certainly, though, those big forwards are having an impact, making an impact here early in the second half. Korodia again. Korodia is a legend. Oh, broke out over there. Saw a right hand. Saw another left. All the fun of the fair out here. They're slapping their knees. That's Loti fucking up to Justin Allen. A flurry of fists. 13-10. I don't know what sparked that off. Sometimes the players, when I ask them about that, they tell me something like, he looked at me funny. I've got no idea what that means. 13-10. 13-10, 3-point. Was that you pull a face or something? 13-10. Sam Hudson, he snorts. 13-10. Penalty was actually awarded for holding on to the ball. And hasn't referee Matt Smith done well then to keep everybody on the park? Too easy to toss people off. Keep them on the park where possible. Jack Fuller's out there now in 19. He looks as if he's a good, keen man. Gets out there now. OBM throw. Setawanga, Jordan. It's a Setawanga there. A target you can't miss. Loose though, Ricky Tedeki has it now, the OBM captain, the hooker. Great change of pace. Wow, no! Wow, look at that, Twiggly got him! He got him! So Twiggly, but that's something you've never seen. That was Wonga. He was climbing on top of somebody. It was like a, what do they call that? Piggyback. Good stuff. 13-10 at the moment, 3-point game. See him kick his little legs out there. Wonga, yes, Ratu not over. And time stood still. Ratu not over. With hard running here from the OBM forwards. With kicks as well. Joeli, they're going to Liwa over there under pressure. NGATAPA recover in defence. It's Lance Dixon dumping people unceremoniously. As it's becoming a bit of a free-for-all out there. And what is the decision? Okay. Decision is NGATAPA scrum. Loti has played a tremendous game for NGATAPA. He's played well. Score of 13-10, a 3-point game. That's probably fair enough. I haven't seen either side. Neither side has bombed a try, but the truth is that there have been some handling errors that have probably cost them a little bit of rhythm. But 13-10 is the score to OBM. They, of course, hold that Graham Allen Memorial. And that's a prize that they prize. 13-10. Good scrum push here from OBM as NGATAPA did against them in the first half. That's an adventurous kick. Oh, what a pick up there! What a pick up by Kanonia! Kanonia! They had to come from behind, make the tackle. Well, NGATAPA there with something I've never seen. I've never seen them chip and chase from that position. Now they're on the run. They're going to Liwa. That got them standing. Barnstorming run out here at NGATAPA. Oh, and then lost forward. Well, that's almost a sin. After such a great build-up, see that chip and chase, the last thing anybody would have expected. Sam Hudson exhausted. Well, might he go and sit down? He's earned a break. Man, has he played well for NGATAPA. Not just today, but in the last little while. I have never seen NGATAPA chip and chase like that. I almost expected a breakdown and a rolling maul, but that was good stuff. Good adventurous play, good positive rugby. Willing to run, looks to be Dylan Dolman Tuho out there. Now OBM, they put the ball down. It did go forward, Matt Smith in good position again. 13-10. Now also out there in, well, I was given 22, was supposed to be Ben Johnson. I doubt the realism of some of these numbers. Justin Allen, great game, great effort. He comes to the sideline now. Played good rugby. Good rugby, 13-10. It's a low-scoring game, but it's an exciting game, and both teams are trying things. NGATAPA, now they have the ball and a chance to score the second try of the second half. They're full of running. Where is Loti? Loti has it now. Loti there with a casual flick. Here again, Dagoni Liwa. NGATAPA have turned the ball over. Tika Sidre was off. Look at Tika Sidre get going. He was born to do one thing, and that's score tries. And that's a tremendous effort. Tika Sidre, I think, was the first one here in the second half. And he was going there, and neither man nor beast would have stopped him. Tell you what, on my way out here this afternoon, I smiled. I looked at these, well, I think of this community and the wonderful people who serve it and form it, the Bryants, Many good people. And as I said, fabulous hosts. Score at the moment, 13-10, as you know. NGATAPA now with a chance to score. They've conceded one try in the second half. An opportunity here to hit back. One they've got to take. You get this close, it's got to count for something. You get this close, you've got to make it count. They were held up there on the goal line, on the try line. Jack Twigley asking for clarification. He had a polite query. That's heroic defence from OBM on their own goal line. Man, the question was asked there. Look at Ricky Tedekere getting back into position. Dylan, Dolman Tuho goes long. Makes it round about 9 over halfway. So 9 metres on their own side of halfway. These steppers, they, broaden another facet of play for NGATAPA, who are now playing under advantage. Looks to be Zach Pell, I think, going forward. Reserve hookup. Penalty here. NGATAPA. $13 points to 10. The visitors over the home team. Going to take the shot at goal. Remember, we said that we believed that they should have taken a shot at goal in the first half. They chose to scrum and they scored a try. They scored that try for 5-8. The team that was trailing at the time. Kilawonga. This, they would tie the scores. This would be 13-13. OBM lead at the moment by 3 points. Second half of play. Week 2, Phase 2. 2024 Civil Project Solutions Premier Rugby. Okay, and the flags stay down. Well, that's a rare lapse from Wonga. You must call that looking a gift horse in the mouth. 13-10, and got a feel for NGATAPA there if you're a NGATAPA person, because that was just about done and dusted. Those were points on the board. 13-10. Now, Reeftown Brown Tedekere playing into the wind in the second half, of course, OBM, although it's died down a little just as we speak. That's an amazing restart of play. And brought back on the hoof. Brought back strongly by Ragon and Liwa. He's played a solid game. Hasn't really had many opportunities to shine, but he's played a solid game. The NGATAPA fullback. NGATAPA continue. NGATAPA got big numbers over here on the right. Opt not to do it. Opt to go down the middle. You go with what you know. Mansmith, okay, has that ball been turned over? It has. Once again, OBM have ferreted the ball out. Kick ahead there by was that Jordan Kingy. Put boot to ball and then made as if to chase. Certainly I could hear the NGATAPA bench over there. They weren't very impressed by something they saw. Thought that somebody was offside. It has been an enjoyable day. It always is here. These are good folks. Our home folks. 13-10. Tom Nuku, assistant referee on the far sideline. Matt Smith, every now and then there's a whistle of authority. Not that often, but when he needs to put his foot down, he says enough. 13-10. They might rue that, the hosts, really, that penalty goal, that penalty, that needed to go for NGATAPA. Opportunity struck. Going to take it. Here now is McKenzie, over to Wonga. Wonga holds the ball. Nice pass. Finding Ragoni Liwa. Ragoni Liwa there. And OBM, well, they can breathe again because there have been some very good play in the build-up to that by NGATAPA. And then they lose the ball forward with the line in sight. Losing the ball forward with the line in sight, unfortunate. So one game of Senior 1 rugby today that we're aware of, 43-19 to Charters Choppers Wairoa Athletic over at Afero Harvest Transport NGATAPA. A reminder that the ladies are on show again tomorrow, Waikirikiri Park, 1 p.m, 2 games. Field 1, Tairawhiti Contractors YMP versus the Waingapu Stallions, and on Field 2, Adara Tapuai and LRB Sports Horota. So the ladies rugby has been very popular this season, and it's on again tomorrow at Waikirikiri Park, I think, for the first time this season. Everybody should get along. It's good rugby, it's good hard rugby, emphasis on the hard. Strong defence. Zobium's Bakasi met with a solid shoulder. NGATAPA have been tough in the tackle. That was Ricky Tedekia. Did the ball go down there? The ball went down, but it didn't go forward, and they're playing under advantage. Playing under advantage, and referee Smith. OBM's 7th penalty, and he wants to have a word here, referee Smith, with Jack Twigley. And Jack's a good listener. NGATAPA's discipline was very good on Tiny White opening day. Of course, they won the game by 40-0 against Pirates. But I like the way they played that game. They scored their tries, but there was no machismo, there was no bravado. Everybody felt a little bit for Pirates, of course, not being able to get across the line on opening day, but they were good hosts again afterwards. OBM now for the safety of touch. Reeftown Brown Tedekia. Has he found touch? He's not found touch here. 5 metres on their own side of halfway. Got a little complicated there, NGATAPA. Now they've kicked the ball out on the full. Really, that starts with 2 backs running around each other. It is a strong breeze, and you have to find touch. You have to make sure that you kick the ball out. Sedawonga, okay, running there, Reeftown Brown Tedekia, who's gone into half-back in that situation. OBM have the ball again. They've retained possession. They lead at the moment by 3 points. Their lead was under threat a little while ago, but a shot at goal was missed around about 5 minutes ago here in the second half of play. Some good running there. OBM with ball in hand, and Sedawonga has played really well today, I think. He's carried the ball as often as I've ever seen him today, Sedawonga, and he's made good ground. He's had a few injuries to take care of during the season, but he's played with a lot of energy and purpose today. I think he's played well. He's not over there. Bang! Don't get in the middle of that. Look at that, not over there. Whoomp! Tell you what, that was good fun. And that was a forward pass. That was. And Matt Smith there. Tell you what, that was painfully obvious. That really was. That was a long way forward. Oh. Players' mouths were agape there. And that's just another example of how good a game referee Smith is having. Nathan Kerr has played strongly. The outside backs have had, pretty limited opportunities. players being attended to. We had a big stoppage in the first half. Lance Tedekere out there. Water for everybody. Ricky Tedekere. Jack Twigley can keep NGATAPA on an even keel. One of the things you notice about, well, not just here, but obviously at Barry Park and also at the Oval, Waikiri Park, the numbers of kids that love the game still. That crowd over there on the far touch, they've got no idea what the score is or the names of the players who are playing, but they love the game. All sizes, all shapes, they love the game. 13-10. And in rugby, there's room for everybody. Naroba might be an injury there to that left arm. Ricky Tedekere is now going to move to prop for Naroba. Lance Dixon on the far side. So they've had to rejig their front row. 13-10. Tedekere played in all positions in the front row. McKenzie about to feed the scrum. Well, I thought that they almost could have put the ball in there.
What time have you got?
Oh, I didn't. $13-10. 3-point game. One thing's for sure with these goal kickers. Next time either one gets a shot. Oh, okay, it's a tight end. Oh, wow. Oh, unbelievable. OBM there. OBM there with the ball, and that's a big heel. They've got it now under pressure in their own half, but man, that was a slick piece of work. And what about that for a piece of work from a front row? They've had to change things around, move guys. Ricky Tedekere's had to go to prop from hooker, and they get a tight head. That's a remarkable feat by the OBM forwards. Amazing stuff that they can do that. The importance of this battle at the scrum cannot be overstated. And unfortunately there, NGATAPA, the error. The error that they could ill afford. You never know when your number's going to be called. You never know when you're going to have that opportunity. When it comes along, you've got to seize it. You've got to grab it with both hands. NGATAPA have had their opportunities here in the second half. Probably most importantly with that penalty. 13-10. It's a small score, but it speaks of a great game played by men with big hearts, because both these teams, their match effort today has been excellent. Scrum there for Kasi. It's the ball back for Reeftown Brown Tedekere. And he gets to ground. OBM have the ball, but they've got to play the game at the other end of the park from a red, white, and blue perspective. Look at them fighting over there. Try and get out of dodge. Chakatamasiwa. OBM, that's Jordan Kingy. Big palm, big left hand. 13-10. Okay, OBM trying to get over the advantage line, and now they have. OBM over the advantage line. On the run. And now, incredibly, they put the ball down. And both teams out wide have got the jitters. Their wings, their backs have put the ball down, both teams. And again, you don't get many chances. You get knocked into touch, or the referee rules it. Tries disallowed, you're held up, that's one thing. But to lose the ball with the ball in hand, bit naughty really, especially when it's such a low-scoring game. This is not one of those, 55-40 games. This is a 13-10. Got to play the game as if every moment's your last. Could be your last. Reef Town Brown, Teddy Care. Can't go past the tunnel, of course. OBM with a tight head. EI occurs off the field, so too is Hudson. Those two big guys, very powerful guys. You wouldn't take them off the field if you could help it. Oh no, and again, guys are upset on the ground, and you don't. Man, I tell you what, you don't want to throw them when you're on the ground. You're flat on your back. Boy, you're on your back. You're throwing them upwards. 13-10. So I think, what are we supposed to say? That's totally inappropriate. A fine touch. Penalty count still 10-8 in favour of NGATAPA. That last penalty there. That was scrappy. We've seen one or two little jabs. What do they call that? A love tap. Here now, Te Tairāwhiti to throw the ball into play for OBM. OBM with good line out ball. You've got to win your own ball. You've got to be able to do that, especially on the road. OBM scrum, their rolling ball too is picked up here in the second half. OBM towards the line, leading by 3 points, 13-10. NGATAPA in the second half. In the far end, I thought that they had a try early in the second half, but it didn't work that way. OBM with the only try here in the second half, the only points in point of fact. It's been a tough game, good hard game, and referee Smith has achieved what he wanted to in keeping everybody on the park. Nobody has been yellow carded, no one's been sent off. I think that's good refereeing. Okay, ball takes a high bounce. All in the hands of a Tika Sidre, who's a match winner. Ran into Loti, and he's a stopper. Loti has been impressive. He has been influential. He's been a force for NGATAPA. He's made some good hard tackles. Jordan Kingy again. You know, when you need him, Jordan, he really does that. He really comes up with a big effort. That's a great tackle there, Miller, I think. Here now is Ricky Te Tairāwhiti caught, brought down by Twigley. You know, Twigley has been very effective trying to get to Te Tairāwhiti. That's Setawonga, Man Mountain, Setawonga. Good play. Now under advantage once more, OBM. And Fuller running, Lance Dixon. Dixon might do it. Dixon might do it. Lance Dixon does it. The prop does it. So the prop gets a try. And now, 18 points to 10. Lance Dixon here with a second half try. And we make the point quite often. Ricky Te Tairāwhiti and Lance Dixon are both quick off the mark. Both have an eye for the main chance. Both have a good turn of burst of speed. And even more impressively, they're still going at this stage. This is deep in the second half. A lot of guys who are big props. They've run out of gas by now, but not Dixon. 18-10. So NGATAPA now would have to score twice to take the lead. Twice to take the lead, let alone win the game. Reef Town Brown Te Tairāwhiti. Remember, it started with him, it'll end with him. 18-10, and this would be 20. It'd be hard to come back if it got to 20. Reef Town Brown Te Tairāwhiti, good chase on him, and he's missed the kick. Okay, so it's still 18-10. NGATAPA still have to score twice for the lead. That's a real army over there adjusting the scoreboard. They've got to be 15 kids. Okay, restarted play. Well, that's Matt Smith. People getting off the park. That was Herbie Barbara. The helpers, the little helpers, running out there with their bright whiz vests. Okay, restart of play for NGATAPA, who now trail by 8 points. Okay, now that ball bounced in the field of play. Oh, that's a good decision. That's a fair decision. That's a good call. It might have been close to the sideline, but that doesn't mean it's out. So the ball bounces into touch. These guys have been pretty sharp today, to be honest. 18 points to 10. I've enjoyed this rugby today. It's been fast rugby. It's been hard. That said, Awonga, man, nobody can get up higher than him, unsurprisingly. OBM in the midfield with some good thrust. Now, I've got to say that the assistant referees have done well. They have helped referee Smith. That's the third team, of course. Call them the third team. Ray Noble over there, CEO, Poverty Bay Rugby. OBM penalised. 4, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11 to 8, the penalty count. Favouring NGATAPA. Early on, OBM led the penalty count, but not for long. Civil Project Solutions. Great sponsors of rugby, great friends of rugby. Sponsors are like hen's teeth. You value them, you respect them, you pay them back. This rugby is being played with real gusto. Guys playing the game hard, you know. Ball goes loose, NGATAPA have it. They did well at that line out. They have the ball. OBM not been able to affect the turnover. NGATAPA still have the ball. Here's Twigley. Twigley, he can take the best that they throw at him. Give me your best, Twigley there. Got over the advantage line by 5 metres. Good tough rugby. And Lance Dixon going to ground. Caught there in a good tackle. There's been no rubbish, just good, solid stuff. Hey, Kasi struggling and straining there. I do believe that was Twigley that made the tackle on him. That's heroic, almost unbelievable. Loti there. Gave his man a little bump. Wasn't a big bump, was a little bump. Ball rolls loose again. OBM under pressure, becoming slightly untidy. That was Reeftown Brown Tedekia. And there are some shoulders going in. This could have been a tough game to control, but the guys out there, while they've played it, you know, with a passion, they've played it fiercely. It hasn't been a game played with spite. Once or twice people have taken a good solid reminder. There's no harm in a reminder. No one ever died from a reminder. At the moment, 18 points to 10. These good rugby boys. Okay, at the feet of Pukana, that's Mackenzie. Over to Wonga. Good play here from the... Well, they've done well there, NGATAPA. Man, have they done well. I thought for a moment, well, you wouldn't say they overran the ball. They had to go back for it. Moment it's 18 to 10. Advantage NGATAPA. They continue. They'll do what they can while they can. Still an 8-point game. Nice pick up there from Loti, skillful. He's not just big and hard, he's skillful. So Loti there, making a difference. A lot of guys have stuck their hands up today, said, hey, look at me. I'm here, I deserve recognition. In life, you get what you... Look at that there, Setawanga. Well, swats the hand away. Wasn't quite the hand of friendship, I love it. Setawanga. The hand of the Lord. Imposing figure, Setawanga. 18-10. Sometimes these games with huge score lines are meaningless. I mean, I don't mean to be unsympathetic, but last weekend, Waikahu obviously, beat Pirates, a big score there, 71-0. But this is a much better game to watch. Of course, mind you, having said that, those guys who were running tries in, they wouldn't have a problem with it. Pirates fighting hard. They have all season. Anthony Kiwara, they should be very proud of him, his effort. Strong stuff here, NGATAPA. They have the ball, they've got to retain it. They secured it, they've got to retain it. Got to hang on. Sometimes you've just got to hang on. 18-10. Mind you, having said that, like there, that ruck, you've got to release. So 18-10. 6 of one, half dozen of the other for NGATAPA. NGATAPA, the green and white since 1946. Legendary captain from memory, Bill Maxwell of their first team. It's a big name in rugby. Okay, OBM having to hang on here against NGATAPA. Is that Karodia got the last pass away? And the try is awarded. So that's now 18 points to 15. 18 points to 15. NGATAPA with a second half try. NGATAPA with their first try of the second half. 18-15. Well, the honest giver never fails to receive, and that's what you see with NGATAPA. Hard-working club, and score in the corner. Now, who is the... Okay, well, it's 18-15 at the moment. Everybody's up. 18-15, so OBM look as if they've done enough to hang on to the Graham Allen Memorial. They treasure those trophies, that Carl McFarlane Cup. Okay, the conversion attempt is off. Okay, 18 points to 15. That's the final score here. NGATAPA with a try on full time in the right corner. They led 10 points to 8 at halftime. OBM have come from behind, win this game by 18 points to 15. OBM scored the first points of the game, the penalty, and the try, and that's a great win for them. As I said to you earlier, in terms of Senior 1 rugby, 43-19, Charters Choppers Wairoa Athletic came out here today for a win. Nuhaka beat Hirota by default. Tapawai, so we're told, beat the YMP Bumbles by default. To run through those Gisborne Boys High School scores from the Super 8, round 3 of the Super 8 on full time. Rotorua 12, Gisborne 10. Gisborne lead 3-0 at half time. Second 15, Rotorua 51-12. Under 15s, Rotorua Boys High School 53-23. Under 14s, 30 points to 17. Rotorua over the under 14s from Gisborne Boys High School. Elsewhere, of course, in the Super 8, 39-20, Hamilton beat Palmerston, and Hamilton, Hastings unable to hold Napier out, 28-27 in Hastings, and Tauranga too strong for New Plymouth, 48-17. So, as I said before, big women's rugby tomorrow. That's the fantastic competition on a Sunday, 1 p.m. at Waikirikiri Park. Going to see Te Tairāwhiti contractors YMP, Waingapu Stallions. Waingapu Stallions, Field 2, Adara Tapawai and Hirota. That's tomorrow at Waikirikiri Park. So OBM have retained this Graham Allen Memorial, a much-loved player, well remembered, and the Carl McFarlane Trophy, both with OBM. Their great rivalry with NGATAPA, one founded on mutual respect, the love of rugby, good, earthy, down-to-earth people, and OBM under Ricky Tedekia have come through. They did what they needed to do. They came up with a big try when they had to. NGATAPA with a try right on full time, 18 points to 15 to OBM. Val, all good?